So I don't really talk much about prepping on this channel, but low key, man. I mean, this channel is prepping, man. I think all gun channels are prepping channels, if you want to be technical, because a gun is a prepping item. So I think when you talk about firearms, that is a form of prepping, okay? Because that's a very essential part of your prep stash is firearms. But I think I may have touched on prepping a little bit. I have to probably go back on some of the videos and check, but even still, I bring, I reviewed a couple of flashlights, nothing too crazy, and that's all still prepping. So this is like I think all gun channels are prepping channels. There are some channels that are strictly prepping, like they focus mainly on prepping, and sometimes they have firearms on their channel, but this channel focuses mainly on firearms. But I still dib and dab into like knives, flashlights, or parts, things like that. That's still prepping, but I haven't gotten to like the main world of prepping, like the saving of the water filtration stuff, and I know all about that stuff, and I kind of like I got a few things like that put up too. But for those that's like new to prepping, man, I'm just gonna run through a few things that you might want to grab up, because if you ain't looking around, if you haven't been paying attention, things are definitely very off, man. The energy is off in this country, man. You got these hurricanes, in my opinion, geoengineered hurricanes, striking places that's very unheard of. The eye of the hurricane striking 700-800 miles inland. Very strange. You just had we had like a slight scare with the longshoreman strike that just ended temporarily till January 15th. So that whole thing is not even fully resolved yet. They're gonna drag that on to January, right on time, huh? For an inauguration, right after the inauguration is the deadline with the longshoreman, with the deal, But you got that going on. Then you got a election / selection that's about to pop off, and many are predicting chaos from both sides. It could be from if Donald Trump gets elected, then the Democrats and their cronies gonna go haywire. If Kamala Harris gets selected, people fear another January 6th situation, or a lot of the MAGA maniacs, or whatever you want to call them. I will say this too, man. I want to say something real quick about that, and before I get into the rundown on certain things for the new preppers or whatever. One thing I did notice is the left, like the Democrats, they're making people that support Donald Trump look like extremists, and that's something that I caught on to, and that's something that a lot of people should be concerned about, man. The rhetoric. And then the other day, there was a Congress lady, I think, she said Donald Trump needs to be extinguished. Something like that. She said he needs to be extinguished and replaced with Kamala Harris, man. So that's one thing I'm concerned about. And also, I think his name is Jamie Raskin. I think he's another congressman. He said not too long ago that if Donald Trump got into office again, they're going to use the 14th Amendment to remove him. This is what he's saying. Then he said after that he knows that they're going to need Civil War level protection after they remove Donald Trump. And then there's also always the possibility that they might try to take him out again. I made a video on my channel. I have a Rebel Chronicles channel, man, where I talk about current events and make life things, stuff about life. So go check out Rebel Chronicles. Go over there and subscribe. I'll link the channel in the description box. But that's disturbing stuff, man. And if he don't make it in office, if they assassinate him, God forbid, what's going to be the outcome of that? What's the consequences behind that? but into the prepping thing. Obviously, man, if you're new to prepping, you need firearms. Okay, that's what this channel and other channels are pretty much based upon. My opinion, my advice, if you're new to firearms and you need them to prep, you need guns. You need guns. I'd say you need more ammo than you need guns. Ammo is the most important thing. Always, you can never have enough ammo. You can never have enough ammo. So, ammo. I can't stress that enough. As far as firearms, I would say you need the three basics: a shotgun, a handgun, and a rifle. Okay, those are like the three basics. And for new people, for new to firearms, as far as handguns go, I would recommend a bare minimum a 9mm. Much more easier to control. The ammo don't cost as much. It got pretty decent enough punching. Well, I'm about to say punching power. Enough power to get the job done. Shot placement is key. And it may be like a couple of pistols. Okay, a couple of 9mm pistols. You want to have multiple handguns. Two minimum. You want to have in case something happens to one of them or something breaks, or you have people with you that might need a 9mm, and okay, here you go, here's an extra Glock or Springfield or whatever it is. Okay, and also I would recommend maybe a 22 pistol, something like that. As far as shotguns are the ultimate stopper. When people say stopping power, shotgun is a devastating man stopper for sure. And also you can use it to hunt. Recommending you're new to shotties, man, I would say maybe a 20 gauge. 20 gauge is a little less recoil. It has good stopping power, just like a 12. It can get the job done like a 12 gauge. But double aught buck, some bird shot for some game, small game, or get some Magnum slugs for self-defense. Got some good options out there as far as the handgun go. Let me go back to the handgun. Some good manufacturers. Glock for sure. That's one of the top makers. Smith & Wesson, Walther, Ruger, Springfield Armory, and Taurus. I would stick with those brands right there, and Beretta. Okay, so you got Glock, Smith & Wesson, Taurus, Beretta, Ruger, Walther. Did I say Springfield? And I would even throw Canic in there. It's about 8 top level brands in my opinion. So I would stick to those. As far as like shotguns go, it gets no better than affordable options. You got Mossberg, you got Remington, you have Winchester, you got Maverick. Maverick is a budget version of Mossberg. $200 shotguns get the job done. I have a Maverick 88. She's been great. I want to add a few more. I might add some more to the stable. I've seen another Maverick that I really liked. I'm thinking about adding that. A nice basic Maverick. Don't touch it. Nice flat dark earth. I never saw that color. I was like, oh, that is beautiful. So stay tuned. You might see that one coming on the channel soon. But those are the top brands. And then, if you got the money, money's no object. We go with Benelli M4. Those are the semi-automatics. But for simplicity, man, I recommend just a pump shotgun, man. Like I said, it's good to have two, a spare shotgun. So I would get them, maybe a Maverick and a Mossberg. If you got to go with semi, I would do a pump and a semi. Never leave out the pump shotgun. You always keep the pump shotgun. You always keep a pump shotgun. You can never go wrong with a pump. They have other brands like budget, that cost a little less. You got Stevens. I have a Stevens. I have a TriStar. They're great guns too. But I would stick to the Mavericks, a little bit more proven. The Mavericks and the Winchester, the Remingtons, the Mossbergs, the Benellis. I'll stick to those. Rifles, I should have broke it down into two different type of rifles actually, because you need two different types in my opinion as well. Bolt action hunting rifles and action rifles or semi-auto rifles. A 22 rifle for sure for hunting small game. Definitely 22 rifle. Good manufacturers are Savage. You have Winchester. You have Ruger. The Ruger 1022s. Those are pretty good rifles for like 22 rifles. Then we come to, I guess, battle rifles, which is another semi-automatic. We got your AR-15 for sure, and you have AK-47, AKM variants. Those are mid-level battle rifles, but a true battle rifle is a 308. So we talking about, you're just starting to prep. I wouldn't recommend a 308. The AK is okay, and you can get used to it. It's not that the recoil isn't that bad, but AR-15 will be sufficient for like a new prepper that's new to guns. AR 5.56 ammunition is everywhere, very controllable. They get the job done. A good standard AR with a decent. You don't need a crazy 8 cog on your stuff. You don't need all that stuff. You get you a good Sig Romeo optic. Always get iron sights. Get you some iron sights. Never forget iron sights. A lot of ARs, a lot of bare bones ARs or budget ones, they're not going to come with iron sights. So you get you some good, decent iron sights, and get you an optic and have the optic co-witness with your iron sights. Co-witness means you can see, you have your optic on your rifle and your irons, and you don't have to take off your optic to use your iron sights. You can use your iron sights while your optic is on your gun. That's what that means. So, and good manufacturers as far as ARs on the budget end. You got some good Smith & Wesson ARs. You got some good Rugers. The Springfield Saint. Those are about $800, $700. You have some. A lot of people like the Deltons, the Diamondbacks. The Andersons. I have a Adams Arms piston driven AR. It's been wonderful. It's 8 years old. Never gave me any issues. I keep it clean, but it's more they say it's more reliable than a direct impingement, but because it gets dirty in different places than the direct, it doesn't get dirty in the chamber like that. It gets dirty in the piston. But the opposite is for direct impingement. They tend to get dirty more in the chamber, so that's something to remember. Then you got your I guess you could say you got your higher level ARs, the Bravos, the BCMs, the Daniel Defense, the Franklin Armories, the Spikes Tacticals, the Colts. Those kind. You got some good ones like different brands also make different levels of AR too. You have some that have $600 ARs, and they also have $900,000 ARs. So it depends. All right, but I would recommend a 5.56 AR for sure, over a 308 and even over an AK, because of the range and the controllability of the AR. They're second to none. Then also, as far as bolt actions, those are good for hunting too. If you want to hunt, like you into hunting moose or deer or anything like that, you'll need something like that, like an AR, like a bolt action. Good options are Ruger, some Savages. You have some Mossbergs, I believe. Savage Axis, the Ruger American, and you have different calibers. You have 308 bolt actions. You have 270 Winchesters. You have 243 Winchesters. I like the 270. Then you have higher calibers. You got the 338 Lapuas and 30-06 and 300 Winchester mags. Those have a lot of recoil. So, I would recommend something that's in like the 22 caliber family, maybe a 243 Winchester or a 270. You should be fine with those, man. All right, so that's the firearms out the way, man. Quick rundown again, as far as handguns. 9mm, 22 handguns. Those are great. Shotguns, 20 gauge. Rifles, AR-15, and a 243 Winchester bolt action. You should be straight. Get some multiples, And then, last but not least, you got the prep stuff, man. Obviously, you need food, canned foods. I know a lot of people are vegans. Listen, I get it, because I'm trying to be a vegan. It's hard, I've been doing pretty good with it. I've been eating less and less meat. I've been noticing that. I'm drinking more and more liquids, more and more smoothies. I've been making stuff like that, but you need food. If you're a vegan and your ass hungry, it don't matter if you got canned food or not. Your ass is gonna eat that shit. Trust me. When you in a SHTF situation, it's not gonna matter if you don't eat meat or not. Your ass will eat something to fill that belly. Believe that. Trust me on that. Obviously, good canned foods, MREs, freeze-dried foods. A lot of people swap out their canned food after a while. So lots of times, though, canned foods are good, man, almost indefinitely sometimes. Just, check your dates on your food. If you feel like you want to rotate them out, that's fine. Water filtration tablets. If you ever find yourself in the woods somewhere and you by a river and you don't have any water, the water filtration tablet it kills a lot of bacteria, and it kind of like filters and separates it. And I saw a dude do that on one of these channels. He dropped some filtration powder in the pouch, and it took all the sediment out of the water from the river, man, and pushed all of the clean water at the top. It was amazing to watch, man. So Walmart has a lot of those water filtration tablets. Get you some like a butane stove, a mobile stove that you can cook some food if you have to go bug out somewhere, or if your lights is out, your stove don't work. You're in your house and you're home bugging in, and you need something to cook your food, your canned foods, and you pull out the butane, kerosene, whatever floats your boat. Obviously, water. You need water. Water is most important. Gallons of water. I buy distilled water, and I just put it away. I got many gallons of that. A lot of people say don't store them in what they come in. It depends, man. Listen, man, it's water, bro. I don't really like all of the other water anymore, all of that alkaline water stuff. I try to stay away from that. I just like distilled water. It always tastes the best to me. It tastes more pure for some reason. Some people like storing their water in glass. That's fine. A lot of people can't afford that. Other people use rainwater catches on the side of their houses. So it's all different, man. Those are for more experienced preppers, man. But for the people that's in the prepping, just get you some gallons of water, man. Put them away. Some water filtration tablets. You should be fine. Every time you go to the store, try to grab up like 2 gallons of water, and some other things. Some canteens wouldn't hurt. And also lots of rice. Get some rice. Bags of rice. That can't hurt. Pasta. This is common sense stuff. And back to the ammo. I forgot to tell y'all. A lot of people say don't store your ammo in the boxes they came in. You can leave the box. It's perfectly fine. I've had ammo. Sometimes I'll cycle them out. I've had ammo out here since 2008. And I've just shot it. And I had it in the boxes for all these years. Perfectly fine. As long as it's not in no humid environments, your ammo should be fine. You can store them in a box. You can store them in a box, or in a box inside of a metal ammo can, or just take them out and put them in ammo cans. That's fine too. Some people, and also generators. People like generators, gas generators. I believe they have solar generators too. I don't hear people talking about solar generators much. I have to do my research on those, man. If those exist, that's awesome. I have to look into one of those, man. Solar generators or gas generators. Just make sure you don't run your gas generators in the garage, because you can die because of the carbon monoxide. Similar to running your car in a closed garage, it's the same thing. Never run your generators inside of a closed area. Okay? I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything, man. A lot of other people also, as far as weapons go, some people like to also get some bow guns are good. Some real good ones, some good decent power. They don't cost much. Go to bugcade.com, check those out. Then you got some bow and arrows. It's different type of bows, and those are silent weapons. Those are good weapons too. Can't leave those out if you're into that kind of stuff. All right. Make sure you can store this food stuff. You can store it in a cool, dry place. It should last you years, man. Especially the canned food. It's sealed in metal cans. It should be good. Some canned vegetables, some chili. Man, I'm telling you, man, if you ain't got no food, man, I'm telling you, that shit is gonna be like gold, bro. Speaking of that, gold and silver, that's something else that a lot of people don't like talking about. I just started really getting into that stuff, man. Because the way everything is moving, who knows, man? Eventually, money might not be a thing no more. They're already trying to have everything digital. It's always good to have gold and silver, the original currency. And I have some silver bullion that I bought. I used to buy some out the pawn shops, and I've seen some. You can find some silver bullion for like $30-$40. It depends on the ounce, how heavy it is. So gold, I seen some gold bullion, 2-ounce grams. I'm about to pick up some of those too. I think I seen them for like $250 somewhere. The little small 2-ounce gram gold bullion bar. So yeah, definitely look into some gold and some silver and put some of that away, man. Some seeds, get you some good seeds. Put some seeds away, store some seeds. You never know when you have to grow some stuff. Some seeds, some good soil. Put all that stuff away, man. Hide it under your deck if you got a deck. If you got an apartment, it's a little bit difficult, I guess. Some people don't. If you got a balcony on your apartment, that's good. You can grow some stuff on your balcony, but everybody don't have balconies, So to each his own, But this is bare minimum, man. This is just for people that is getting into prepping for the first time. They don't know what to do. Start with the food and the firearms, man. Always have a lot of ammunition. Now, I can't stress that enough. Whenever you see a box of ammo for your caliber, get it. If you go to the range a lot, if you buy 4 boxes, put away 3 and shoot the other one for practice. I don't know everything, but I know enough. I know a lot. Trust me on that. But hope y'all enjoyed the video. Share it, like everything. This is Rebel 9. Love y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.